This video will be a full tour and documentation of this 2015 Ford Explorer Limited.
The following is part 1 of a two-parter series of tours showcasing the 5th generation Ford Explorer sold from 2011 to 2019. In this video, we'll be checking out a pre-facelift example, which is a 2015 Limited model. The video after this will be a tour of a post-2016 facelift 2018 Explorer Platinum. Anyways, on with the tour. This exterior color is known by Ford as Dark Side.
Chrome door handles. This vehicle does have smart key access. The front door panels do have storage areas with bottle holders, power windows, power door locks, and power mirrors. The driver's seat also has 3-person memory.
The interior is finished in the medium light stone color scheme with leather seat upholstery.
The driver's seat is fully powered, while the front passenger seat is partially powered. And now let's go ahead and start her up. On the key fob, you got the buttons for remote start, lock, unlock, and panic. And along with smart key access, it of course has push button ignition. Put your foot on the brake, make sure the key fob's in the vehicle can be detected, and push the button.
The Explorer is one of Ford's best-selling models. It debuted for 1991, and as of the 2022 model year is now in its 6th generation. For its first 4 generations, it was a true body-on-frame SUV. However, for 2011, with the launch of its 5th generation, it had a pretty drastic change. The Explorer became a unibody crossover, now utilizing a car-based platform and competing with other mid-size 3-row crossovers like the Honda Pilot and Toyota Highlander, as opposed to truck-based SUVs like the Toyota 4Runner like previous Explorers did. For 2020, it entered its 6th generation, and while still being a unibody crossover, went back to a rear-wheel drive platform, making the 5th generation Explorer the only one to be front-wheel drive based. So this 2015 model we have here represents the 5th generation of the Explorer, which was produced from model years 2011 through 2019. It rode on Ford's D4 front-wheel drive platform, which was also used by the final generation of the Ford Taurus, along with the Ford Flex and Lincoln MKT crossovers. After Ford discontinued their legendary Crown Victoria Police Interceptor in 2011, they introduced 2 replacements, which were the Taurus-based Police Interceptor Sedan and the 5th generation Explorer-based Police Interceptor Utility, both decked out to handle the abuse of being a police vehicle. After the Taurus was dropped in 2019, the Explorer-based Police Interceptor Utility continued on strong, and even got a complete redesign for 2020 along with the civilian Explorer. The 5th generation Explorer received numerous updates throughout its production run, but the biggest update was the facelift it received for 2016, which gave it new front and rear fascias, a new 2.3-liter inline-4 engine replacing the outgoing 2-liter, although the V6 engines remain the same, and other subtle tweaks. That of course makes this 2015 the last year for the pre-facelift 5th generation Explorer. Trim levels for the 2015 model year Explorer are Base, XLT, Limited, and Sport. 3 engines are offered depending on the trim. Most trims can be had with either a naturally aspirated 3.5-liter V6 making 290 horsepower, or a 2-liter turbocharged inline-4, which is less powerful but more torquey and more efficient. The range-topping Sport trim adds the EcoBoost 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6 which makes 365 horsepower. The sole transmission across the range is a 6-speed automatic, and both front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive are available for the base V6, while the Turbo 4 is front-wheel drive only, and the Sport with the twin-turbo V6 is all-wheel drive only. In Ford's 2015 SUV lineup, the midsize 3-row Explorer is slotted between the smaller 2-row Edge and the body-on-frame full-size Expedition.
The instrument cluster has one analog gauge, which is your speedometer, and then everything else is contained within these two digital displays, both of which can be controlled by their corresponding set of controls on either side of the steering wheel. First we'll go over this one. Right now, well, you can change the display mode, so it says how many miles to empty, and then along with your fuel gauge. And then you can also change it to where it's your fuel gauge and your tachometer, fuel gauge, temperature gauge, and tachometer. And back to this. And then the main menu, go between trip 1 and 2, fuel economy info, your driver assist features, and all your various vehicle settings. And then on this side, you can have displayed your entertainment status. So right now we're on an FM channel, and you can actually change your sources from here. Go up and down, you can change the radio stations, presets. Go down here, compass, you can see that. Phone for pairing a phone. It has a 4-spoke design, multifunctional leather-wrapped steering wheel. There are sport grips at 10 and 2. As for controls, on both the spokes are the controls for your information displays. And on this side you have your cruise control. And on this side, you got your audio controls along with your hands-free phone and voice commands. It does have a tilt and telescopic steering wheel. Get the switch for your power adjustable pedals. The vehicle's parking brake is foot operated. Got your exterior lighting controls, air vent. Right here is your high beam and turn signal stock. And right here is your wiper stock. Push button ignition. Going down the center of the interior, you got a speaker up top, air vents, touchscreen interface for your MyFordTouch infotainment system, hazard light button, passenger airbag indicator, your CD player slot. Some of the additional controls for the MyFordTouch, if you don't want to use just the touchscreen, controls for your dual zone automatic climate control. Got some storage behind here. You've also got a power outlet, 2 USB ports, SD card slot, and an aux port. You have some storage behind the gear shifter and 2 cup holders that are next to it. Putting it in reverse does reveal a backup camera. Center console with some storage along with another power outlet. The glove box is lockable. Both sun visors do have vanity mirrors and lights. On the overhead console, you got your overhead lighting, sunglass holder, and the power controls for your dual pane panoramic sunroof. So first we're just opening up the vents, then you can open up the sunroof itself. And with tilt, that means you can just open it as a vent. Passenger does have a grab handle in the A-pillar. And finally, we'll have a look at the MyFordTouch infotainment system. Now, it's pretty interesting checking this out because right after this, I'm going to be uploading a 2018 Explorer, which is the same generation as this, but it is the post-2016 facelift. That's got the newer Sync 3 infotainment system. This one's got the precursor to that, which was MyFordTouch. Ford started using this around 2011, 2012. And it's set up a bit differently than Sync 3. So you got your 4 quadrants, each color-coded. Yellow is for pairing phone, Bluetooth, all that. This one does not have navigation, so the green quadrant is just for information. Shows your compass. Just some sort of settings information. Not really settings, because that's what that's for, but as you can see, this is an information menu. Red is for entertainment. So, different ways to listen to music. You got AM, FM, Sirius XM, along with a CD player, USB port. You even got Bluetooth audio streaming, all that kind of stuff. So, there's your radio screen. And then the blue brings up your climate controls. A lot of the same things that the controls down here do. It does have 3-stage heated front seats. And you can bring up your rear set of climate controls. And then push this, takes you to your settings menu. Have a clock, display settings, sound settings, which is what this shortcut button does, takes you to. Vehicle settings. It also has that cool ambient lighting, like at night you choose different colors, ambient lights that will show up. More settings, all that kind of stuff. It's actually a pretty simple system. And now, let's go ahead and take a look at the engine bay, but not before rolling down the driver's window. Both front windows are fully automatic.
The limited trim adds these 20-inch 5-spoke painted aluminum rims. This Explorer Limited is powered by Ford's TI-VCT 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6 engine. This 24-valve dual overhead cam power plant produces 290 horsepower at 6,500 RPM and 255 pound-feet of torque at 4,000 RPM. Sending that power to the front wheels of this Explorer is a select-shift 6-speed automatic transmission. Being flex fuel compatible, this engine can run on either regular unleaded or E85 ethanol. It has an 18.6 gallon fuel tank, and EPA estimates for the front-wheel drive V6 Explorer are 17 mpg in the city and 24 mpg on the highway. It utilizes a McPherson strut front suspension and a multi-link rear suspension, and bringing the Explorer to a stop is a set of 4-wheel ventilated disc brakes. Curb weight for the front-wheel drive V6 Explorer is about 4,400 pounds, and it is able to tow up to 5,000 pounds.
The rear door panels also have storage with bottle holders. And first we'll check out the third row seats. Alright, so here we are on the third row of the Explorer. On the sides right here. On this side you got some storage with a cup holder. And more storage with a cup holder on this side. A little storage tray up here. As someone who's about 6'1", the third row seat is not the most spacious, but obviously people buy third row crossovers like this, mainly larger families with kids who can ride comfortably back here. Headroom, my head is just about to touch the roof, but it's not quite just yet. And I'd probably be fine. Someone my size would probably be okay for a short trip, but it's not going to be the most comfortable. You'll probably want the second row. And obviously it's not the biggest SUV Ford offers, that would be the Expedition, which definitely has a larger back seat, but this is Ford's largest crossover SUV. Anyways, we'll check out the second row. Now, the second row seat backs are also reclining. It's pretty nice. This one does not have captain's chairs, instead it's got a rear bench seat. Both front seats have storage pockets on the backs. Grab handles on the B-pillars back here. Coat hooks, overhead lighting. And back here, you've got some climate controls for the second row. So your fan speed, temperature, different zones. And you've also got 2-stage heated second row seats. Got 2 power outlets, a household style one and a traditional 12-volt car one. You have 2 cup holders that fold down. You've also got a folding center armrest with 2 more cup holders. Now, as someone who's about 6'1", again, driver's seat is pretty far back, so legroom's not the best, but it's pretty comfortable. It's a pretty comfortable second row. I mean, this is a mid-size crossover. It's not cramped. It's just legroom with this seat back, and I didn't really try to adjust it to where I would if I was driving it. I just kind of, this is how it was when I got in it. And also, headroom's not a problem back here. Dual exhaust, rear wiper.
Cargo space in the Explorer is 21 cubic feet with all 3 rows of seats up. You can fold down the third row to increase space to 43.8 cubic feet, and folding the third and second rows down will increase space to 80.7 cubic feet.
And as you saw earlier, it's on the passenger side. Anyhow, thanks for checking out this tour of this 2015 Ford Explorer. And as always, stay on the lookout for future tours.